GENEVA Reuters Three cities in Yemen have run out of clean water because a blockade by a Saudiled coalition has cut imports of fuel needed for pumping and sanitation, the International Committee of the Red Cross ICRC said on Friday. As a result of the development in Taiz, Saada and Hodeidah, close to 1 million people are now deprived of clean water and sanitation as Yemen emerges from the world's worst cholera outbreak in modern times, the ICRC said. Other cities, including the capital Sanaa, are expected to be in the same situation within 2 weeks, ICRC said in a statement. With imports of fuel and other essential goods at a standstill for the past 10 days, 3 Yemeni cities had to stop providing clean water in recent days, putting close to 1 million people at risk of a renewed cholera outbreak and other waterborne diseases, it said. The water and sewage systems in Hodeidah, Saada and Taiz stopped operating because of a lack of fuel, the head of the ICRC in Yemen, Alexander Fett, said in the statement. The coalition closed all air, land and sea access to Yemen on November 6 following the interception of a missile fired towards the Saudi capital, saying it had to stem the flow of arms from Iran to its Houthi opponents in the war in Yemen. The United Nations has said the blockade could lead to untold thousands of deaths, and that its partial lifting by the Saudiled coalition is not enough. Yolanda Jacquemet, an ICRC spokeswoman in Geneva, said the shutdown of water services was a very bad sign for the fight against cholera, which had been on the wane for weeks in Yemen, although new cases are still running at about 2,600 per day. We're very scared that cholera might come back, she said, noting that the huge outbreak, which has sickened over 900,000 people, started in the capital Sanaa in April, just 10 days after the sewage treatment plant had stopped working for lack of fuel. If these water treatment plants and sewage plants stop working, it can only bring cholera back and other waterborne diseases, she said. As medical supplies run down because of the blockade, ICRC staff had been approached for help by 5 medical centers that it does not normally support. Already 7 million people are in famine-like conditions, and the UN has said that number could rise to over 10 million if Yemen does not get food and nutritional supplies fast. Famine is only officially declared after an inspection team has carried out a formal survey on the ground, so there is no guarantee that famine is not already underway. There may be, as we speak right now, famine happening, UN humanitarian spokesman Jens Leerk told a regular UN briefing in Geneva. And we hear children are dying. There is excess mortality as a consequence of undernourishment. Reporting by Tom Miles, editing by William McLeaner. Standards: The Thomson Reuters Trust Principles.